All right. Okay.
Okay.
Crunch ass niggas. Whoa.
That.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Whoa. Dave. Okay, now. So this is episode 4 of the Indub podcast.
Season 4.
My name is
Okay.
Jerry.
Episode 4. Perrin.
All right, we got some niggas here.
We here.
Come on, man. It's Trent.
On it.
Nah.
Come on, now.
Trent's on
It's
PTN.
Trent.
Big
Come
cozy.
on, man.
PTN.
Big cozy, not the little one, the coziest.
Yo.
Man.
You know what time it is, man.
Digital Dave, Clutch Dave, Dave of any sort. That's me.
Dave the Marksman.
Come on, man.
Brody on.
Definitely Dave the Marksman. Come on,
Brody
man.
on. Dave got the most AKAs.
Man,
Like
alive.
in Palm Beach.
I couldn't even tell you all of them.
Carpenter.
And they all come from the same people.
Carburetor Dave.
There's some other ones, but I'm not going to say it on
Listen.
camera.
Yeah, there's the ones that can't be said.
Slurs.
But come on now.
Whoa, slurs.
Insert slur. Dave.
Every first meeting of seeing Perrin during the day. If I haven't seen Perrin during the day, I know the first one is going to be some wild stuff, man.
Yep.
I'm
I'm jumping out the frame.
Definitely can't say it.
Yeah.
I can't say it on or off camera.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I cannot say it on or off camera what Perrin be saying sometimes.
You talk
Nah, there's some other shit.
There's some.
Yeah. I be calling him Dave.
Oh,
Because it's like, what you going to say? I'm not a.
my
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
that.
I can't say nothing.
There is no
No, I be
defense.
calling it. All I got for him is a.
And
I be
bitch,
calling
I'm gonna
this
just
man,
embrace
hey.
it. Yeah, you see it? He's like, damn, bro.
Damn, rim stuff.
Definitely.
It's crazy.
It don't hit the same. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
But yeah, man,
It
we
don't.
got them boys in here. You know,
Sir.
Sean is down.
yeah,
What's going on?
Yeah.
We
with
had
the
to
phone?
go ahead and
Yeah.
make this happen.
Man,
of
touchdown
course.
today.
Literally
Yeah.
just fresh off
Just
the plane,
today.
fresh off Spirit, luxury experience.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
glad that you made it safe.
Yes, sir. I made it. Yeah.
Spirit
Were
is
the
crazy.
seats thin?
Hey, man, scoliosis.
Okay.
Nigga had to contort his body.
That's my only beef is that, like, bro, why am I on this plane for only an hour and a half, bro?
And it
And
felt
my
like 5.
ass cheeks are like, my back
Hey,
hurt,
yo.
bro.
Facts.
Well, I'm just
Facts.
speaking facts, bro. Like,
You
your
know
body
that
hurt.
bro, they don't give you water.
They don't give you nothing.
Damn.
Bro, I asked for
I think I only
water.
clear it like one time.
And she said for
Good.
charge, we have water. I was like, can I get a cup of ice?
Uh-huh.
And she gave me a cup of ice, and all the ice had bonded. So useless.
Here we go.
So that was that. And I went right back to snoring. Like, well,
Man,
I tried to hydrate. You know?
That's like that AT&T commercial where they be like, we give you everything. We don't have to like get no extra plan or
Gee.
something like that.
I can't speak on the globe too much now.
Affiliation.
Yup.
Definitely affiliated.
Yeah, that's all we're gonna say about that there.
All right, yeah.
Man.
Indubitably.
Hey man, so what the fuck going on, man? Talk
Yeah.
to me, bruh.
Come on.
I got something I gotta ask you, the New York folk, man. I gotta speak on a few things, bro.
Damn, I'm standing for the city today. Hey,
Oh, you standing for the city? All right. So what's going on with Diddy, bruh?
Whoa.
Yeah, man. Hi. Yeah, I'm grilling you real
Yes,
quick.
man.
It's New York, bruh.
Crazy.
Nah, but how you feel? How you feel about Diddy though?
Honestly, bro, there's a lot of suspicious activity that has not been spoken on yet. And I know, like, if you're facing an allegation that may be false, there has to be some sort of statement. You know what I mean? To try to clear your name, like where you come out and be like, you know, as a business owner, like not just as like a celebrity or as a, you know, a personality in this industry, in the music industry, or even just like he's a like faceted business person. So like
Yeah.
to understand that it's hurting your brand and like not speak on it, it speaks like to the guilt, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but his PR team is in shambles right now.
I was just about to say PR team looking like
Affiliated.
lawyers, you know. They're saying, hey, don't say nothing, don't do nothing.
Like,
Stay in the dark.
I don't get it.
They saying Black Epstein. It's a team of niggas.
Yeah.
Bro, I like it's crazy, bro, because that clip of like him and Justin Bieber, that did not age well. Of him like talking about
Yeah, bro.
how
We know.
like him and Bieber
Yeah.
were
Hanging
gonna
out and
hang
stuff.
out, and like you a grown man. What are you hanging out with a kid for?
Facts.
Like you're not even speaking from like a mentorship standpoint. Like you're talking about like we're gonna have a good
Like
time.
friends.
Like we're gonna. Yeah. The fuck are you talking about, bro? Like
Man, Bieber was looking shook.
Bieber was looking
I don't
scared.
know if-
That's the other thing
I don't
too.
know if I've seen that video.
You gotta see it. It's
Yeah,
it's
Cringe?
like
Chilling.
yeah, it's cringe. It's
Yeah.
dumb cringe. You're gonna be like
But
you're gonna be concerned.
yeah, we can get off that, bro. Because I just wanted to grill him real quick just to see what
Bro,
he'd do.
and it's
Yeah.
crazy because
And niggas start
bro,
sweating. Nigga like,
and I ain't going, bro. You honestly, you have all the right because this man had King of New York and all this stuff like for a very long time. Most of my adulthood, people like he had a billboard in the middle of Times Square, like with his mohawk, with like the Sean John,
nigga was
like
calling people daddy.
yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, crazy.
And Teresa told me that fucking Nicki Minaj was speaking on Meek's suspicious activity. So
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
shit.
damn!
Wow,
You
I
know,
didn't know that.
Miss Toad's gonna have to drop.
come on now, she pulled up like the shade room
Yeah,
in the light.
I already know. I already know.
That is crazy. Nicki Minaj was saying stuff.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on
what.
now,
Yeah,
she was
Like doubling down on
she
a
was
little bit.
down on suspicious activity
Man.
and aggressive behaviors.
Oh.
Hey man,
You hate
yeah.
to see it, my boy. God damn.
It's just there's too
Jeez,
many
bro.
moving parts.
See the
in this
dreams
too, because
unfold, nightmares come true.
there's so many there's so
Man.
many different aspects to it, bro. Because there's other people that are affiliated with these people, and it's just like, damn, y'all just going with the flow.
Really, I think that when you get to a certain point, like there's just a bunch of yes men when you have a certain amount of power, and it's a selfish journey. Like
That
people,
shit crazy.
I think we've been proven like in enough scenarios, like the Hollywood thing, the music industry. We're talking about like $1 billion industries getting exposed because people in a position of power are acting a fucking fool, bro.
I can't lie. That was like some profound shit that you said, bro. Because it sounded like that nigga got that shit like out of book for real, bro. No, I'm saying, bro. Like it sounded like everything that you said was like he's been reading this
Yeah,
shit.
like how much stuff do we have to see to be like, all right,
We
you
just
know,
gonna keep
maybe
turning
we
the
gotta
key
stop
copy.
stop
Yeah.
just like letting it slide and be like, yo, what's really
G
going on
shit.
out here, man?
Bro.
It's concerning behavior, man.
Very,
for
very
sure.
nefarious indeed, man.
Now you have been reading books though, so
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I was kind of,
peep.
but you know what I'm saying. You have been
Nah,
reading some
yeah, I
books for real.
definitely
But
have.
what's been your favorite book that you read over the last year? Because that's something that I'm definitely gonna try to do.
Yeah.
A book a quarter is what I challenge myself
I
to
definitely
this
do.
year.
Okay.
But what are some things that you read? Because you read some stuff similar that I would read. Like I like self-help books. I like
Mhm.
48 Laws of Power, things of that nature in
Right.
that realm. But I might want to branch off into some other stuff. But what are some of your favorites that you've read?
I mean, like, honestly, it feels. I mean, I'm glad you asked this question because it's like it's a newer hobby of mine. My mom used to make me read during summer vacation, and I kind of would. She would incentivize it with things that like I wanted. So like I had to read a certain amount of books and like actually write reports and stuff to her about what I read. And I would get like one summer, like Isaiah and I had to read, I think it was like 10 books between each of us. And she got us an Xbox at the end of the summer. So, fast forwarding to where I am now, being able to read is like, I'm seeing it as like a privilege and it's very therapeutic. It's crazy because like when you connect with literature or like someone else's story, and you start to see the parallels in your life, it's like different than any other movie because you're not there's nothing like to give you like a benchmark. Like a movie's gonna show you like what it looks like. When you read it, you're gonna interpret it through like your own scope, you know. I know I'm making this like a super long answer, but
Nah,
like
but G shit though.
yeah, like well, one of my favorites that I've read so far has been it's tough because I love them all, bro. Like The Alchemist was an amazing story, but every book that I've read so far kind of like has the same like core message, but through different people's voice and like different layers of your life. So like The Alchemist it gives you like a storyline that teaches you process, and like this person goes through a series of events in their life. I'm not gonna give you like what it is because I would want whoever watches this or you guys to read it so you could experience it. But it gives you like a story that teaches you how someone learns process and like learns to be present in the moment because all the small things that you go through are gonna teach you to be a better version of yourself later on.
Okay.
So that correlates a lot with like the Four Agreements, which is another book that I've read recently because the Four Agreements kind of like teaches you to unlearn the way you've been taught to think, you know? So
Shit.
a lot of times like the process and like the way you think and stuff like that, those things go hand in hand. But yeah, like reading self-help books, Ty Lue about to have a press
Salt and
conference.
pepper on the top.
Definitely salt and pepper. But yeah, bro. Some of my favorites right now, yeah, The Alchemist for sure. The Four Agreements. Then I read The Fifth, which is amazing because The Fifth is written by the son of the author of The Fourth. So
Okay.
it goes to show
Damn.
like the power of the book, like where your generation after you is writing like the continuation of something that has touched a lot of people's lives, and you get to see like how he feels about the Four Agreements and how he compounds that with the Fifth Agreement. The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. You guys know Rick Rubin, visionary producer who's worked with the Beatles down to Ye. You know what I mean? Like that wide of a spectrum.
Yeah.
He kind of takes you through your process as a creator, you know? So like you can see like the books I've been reading and no one has given me an order. It's kind of just come based off me going to the store and like reading like the intros or just the back of the book, being interested in like the cover like of the book, The Alchemist. Like the cover was amazing. Like I don't know what it was about like the orange and the yellow like was so fire. Like it just stuck out to me. And they've all correlated. Rich Dad Poor Dad teaches you about financial literacy, but it also teaches you about like the process to getting the financial literacy is about like like revolving yourself in this environment where you're being conscious of your expenses, you know, and like moving based on assets and not desire,
Yeah.
stuff like
I
that.
like Robert.
Yeah,
Robert Kiyosaki.
Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
He is he's really smart. He caught a wave though, but I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, he was on Vlad TV for some
Yeah.
shit.
Nah, for
Tweaking.
sure.
The
And the
fuck?
thing was that book's been around for like a minute too.
Yeah.
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 And it just like randomly got like you said, that little wave and then
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
But obviously a good book. Like if it's been mentioned again after so much time of it already being released, like it's gotta
Yeah.
have something enlightening in it.
I haven't tapped in on the books, man.
No, I gotta
Yeah.
tap in, bro. I have books and like I also have like the Four Agreements. I have the set at the crib, and then I have the Fifth Agreement too. So I just
Mhm.
gotta tap in. Um, so as far as like the time you take, like trying to read books, like when is it like a train thing? Like are you reading on the train? Or?
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's definitely something that fits like the lifestyle I have now.
Okay.
Where I found myself being on the train and like just feeling like it was a waste of time sometimes because you commute a lot. And I'm like very time oriented. I always feel like I want to make sure like whatever I'm doing at the moment is like productive. Like, and I'm really hard on myself when I'm not being productive. So like I can't control travel. Even here when I drove, like it would bother me if it took too long to drive to get somewhere. Cause I feel like time is value. Like
No, for sure.
I've been on like this dollar per minute thing. I don't it works in a lot of situations, but sometimes it just adds like this anxiety to situations too. Like you gotta be good being present, which I've also learned through reading as well. So yeah, like I get to read on the train. But I also like just try to make time for it. Like even like I've gotten home after work and like been in a really good part of the book and just kind of go into the room and I'll like finish reading until like I feel like I'm done with this part. Like I've gotten to that point where it's that stimulating.
Okay.
But I think if you set like I want to read this many times a week for this long, you can achieve it because you'll start to find like there's a lot of dead space in your day.
You read in bed?
I don't read in bed, no.
Man, I try reading in bed. Every
You're
time
gonna
I
go to
freaking
sleep.
read, I was about to say, I be
Out
knocking
of
out.
there, out of there,
Yeah,
bro. That's not the place for
like
it.
you're gonna knock. Like, actually, like I find it really peaceful to read somewhere where it's kind of loud
I was about to
because
say, because like you said like you read on the train. I'm like, bruh,
it's
when
very
I
loud.
went on the train, nigga was dragging his fucking foot,
Yeah.
and there was like sludge coming from his foot, and he's like
Yeah.
yelling at everybody to like look at his foot. And I'm like, how the fuck would you be reading on the train as somebody's doing some shit like this? Like,
Yeah, I
but you got them
mean,
AirPods, you got the fucking
yeah, I do have
noise
the AirPods, but
cancellation.
like it's kind of become of like a thing where you could dub like people trying to like interact with you sometimes, like because you know there's bums and a lot of like people trying to like solicit or just like wilding out.
Yeah.
So like if people see with it on, like I sometimes I don't even have the noise cancellation on, because when you're going through like the tunnels of the train, it makes your ears pop weird. So that's like a whole nother thing. But um when you're reading in a loud place, like you remember when you play ball and like you're on the court, but like
Yeah.
you were locked in on what was going on the court,
Yeah.
and everything was kind of just like a white noise.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Like you almost like are taking pride in the fact that like you could be so locked into what's in front of you. It's like running too, you know? Like it's just you and what's in front of you, and like you're like giving this literature importance and you're just locked in, you feel me? Like really taking the time to be present and like use this like me time for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like that's me time. Like despite all the noise and everything that you like maybe going around, if you could like lock in on what's in front of you, what's important in that moment, that's like gold, man.
Yeah.
It's gold.
It's like its own little bliss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how have you been incorporating the reading? How is like the reading and working out and all that been helping you with the creative process with the next drops?
Yeah, man, because I see what's on your body right now, my boy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
We
man.
know it's on the release, man.
Little by
Prototype.
little, you know.
Prototype.
Yeah, and that's kind of like when I'm talking about like process, that's like a big part of it. I've become like enamored with not just like setting an angle, you know, like and just being happy, like or just being excited about learning a new skill, being able to try a new print, being able to sew, being able to like literally run something from the ground up with no assistance from like an exterior company or fund or anything. Like I don't know, like it's applying to almost everything. Because now my subconscious is like I was telling Nicolette actually this like a few days ago. It's like you know how the Boy Scouts they have like that thing, or even in the military where they have pins.
Yeah.
Like every book I read, I feel like I'm adding a new pin to that like jacket,
Like a
so to
badge.
speak, like a badge, you know. And now you could carry that out and understand like you know, like the four agreements teaches you to not assume. So now, like, if someone's lashing out on me, I'm not gonna take it personal because that would be an assumption that they're yelling at me or like going off on me because it's about me, you know. So you start to like, you carry these things in your day to day, like you're like, whoa, you start to flow, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's made me more balanced, like with the way I think, and it allows me to like communicate clearly with my partner and it comes out in the product because if I could communicate something clearly and like be like and collaborate from like an open mind and be clear headed, then the outcome is gonna be that much closer to what you're visualizing. So it's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, bro, because I see that you've been definitely going crazy with the collections, man. As you can see, I am in
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in the
Yeah.
We all.
prototype
yeah, man.
as well
KS.
as the shorts.
And I know y'all remember like me being in your apartment being like, that's when I'm gonna be like super excited to where like we're linking up and I see y'all boys wearing our clothes. You feel me? That we cooked this up at the crib and like we genuinely think it looks cool and it looks good and it's something we would wear. Um, that's what's exciting and gratifying. Like people associate you with like something positive and they can carry it with them wherever they're going. And when they're gonna speak on it, they're gonna inspire someone too. What else could you ask for? You know?
1,000%,
Yeah,
man.
this
It's
daily
power.
attire right here.
That's love, man.
This
That's
daily
love.
stuff right here.
So, how do you feel about like this state of fashion nowadays?
I think it's of course is I mean in fashion and like just I guess a creative realm, there's always like imposter syndrome, you know.
Mm,
But I think it's in a place where it's extremely open. Like if you got enough people behind you trying to get a certain look off and they do it the right way, like you're gonna catch your wave
yeah.
eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like I feel like in the past there was a lot more gatekeeping
Yeah.
or like just a lot more people pointing out like that's not cool.
Yeah, not as much acceptance. More people are like cool to seeing something and not automatically just shunning it away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And people are, you know, like open to like you having your own thing going on, especially being in New York. Like you meet people. If you wanted to, you'll meet someone every day that's trying to do something in any type of art realm, paint, act, sing, rap, like write.
Sculpting,
Literally, bro, you name it, bro. Like you name it.
pottery.
It's crazy. You know, people creating content in all different kind of realms. So when you get that type of support, when you're like, yeah, I'm doing something too, like there's a different level of support there. So staying on topic with the fashion, um, I think it's positive in my opinion. There's a lot of people who are negative about it, at least on like social media. But just being able to see like people that look like us, like Pharrell, you know, working for Louis Vuitton, and that's like a normal sentence. Like we gotta understand that like 15 years ago, like,
Yeah.
you know, certain things weren't the same. Not to get too like, you know, race war or whatever. But
But
That's
yeah,
a fact.
definitely.
it's
been
real.
it's a
And
fact.
then now someone like Pharrell can empower somebody like Tyler to where he's collaborating with Louis Vuitton and bringing that LaFleur essence
Mm-hmm.
into the brand. So I think that's extremely positive. And yeah, you know, it may look like, you know, it may look like his LaFleur stuff a lot, but just to have the opportunity to have a LVMH brand like showcasing your take on the Black Ivy is that's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That's
I
that's
agree.
that's awesome, bro. And I'm here for it. I'm here for
What do you think some of the best new trends or trends that haven't started yet, and also the worst?
it. Some of the best trends that haven't started yet.
Or you could see in the future coming up, like I could see that coming back, and like, or you might have seen one person freaking you, like, damn, this should
um,
be coming back. Like I could see, you know what I'm saying?
so I mean, like, there's this brand called PDF, which is like one of my favorite brands right now.
I heard of it.
Um, what I forecast is a lot of like futuristic feel, like early, like how in the early, I would want to say like actually late 90s, how everything they tried to do was almost trying to like forecast the future, or was that late 80s? Maybe late 80s, like they wanted to predict, like you know how Back to the Future
Like
was.
when they had like the Nike man and shit like that, like the super
Yes.
hero shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is gonna be like
say
very
late '90s, I
like
think.
futuristic feel, like trying to break the norm of like dimensions wise of clothings, like making things a little bit more abstract, um, to where it's almost gonna be informal. I could see that happening. Like PDF has a sneaker right now that looks like a Bart shoe.
I haven't seen that one.
It
The one
look,
that Yachty.
yeah,
had.
I think that's so cool to me. It's like a cool take on an like a oversized shoe. Um, that's doing amazing. But at the same time too, like even though I do think futuristic feel and like things like that, will take off, like the cowboy look, like people incorporating the Western.
So have you seen that where people doing the cutoffs and like the boot, like
The crop
the
top,
crop
yeah,
top with the
I've definitely
jean and the
seen that.
boot
Absolutely, I think
and a
it's
fucking
fly.
strap
I think
in
it's
fucking
fly.
Texas
If you
because
could
it's
get it
open
off,
carry.
like if you could get it off, salute, because like it's a way to pay homage in a different way. Like black cowboys have kind of been annexed, like to where people don't even think that's a thing. Um, but like I could definitely see like the double RL styles and stuff like that, like pushing through on one side and then on the other side, like very futuristic forward. Like bro, like what Yachty, I mean, um, Playboy Cardi wore in that music video. That's like a full like dress looking thing,
Hoodie,
like the hoodie dress thing, like that doesn't look like anything else you've ever seen before. I could see that continuing to open up and like they're gonna try to push that as a norm. Because we kind of been stuck in this like past
Yeah, the
big jean past looking thing. Um, but yeah, that's what I see. Because people are definitely like as more and more creatives are coming out, people want to be original. You feel me? Um, so the people who want to stay true, they're gonna be sticking to the cowboy, and the people who are trying to push fashion forward are gonna continue to do like what they consider modern fashion.
All right,
Is gonna be
what are some of the worst ones that you've been seeing?
worst fashion trends. Oh my
Balenciaga, anything
god,
Balenciaga.
that fucking huge Mickey Mouse shoe. I hate that. The Balenciaga big shoe
Yeah, the
thing.
big shoe that has
It's just a
it's
big
like
shoe. It looks
front.
like a cartoon shoe.
Yeah,
Like Mr. Game
yeah,
and
you told
Watch.
me.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
bro, what?
I don't even remember. I don't even think I've
Them
seen
shit.
this shit.
You guys
it
have
literally
seen
just look.
it,
Yeah, it's definitely
and they got it
Cardi.
in
The
a boot
Opium Boys be
form.
wearing it.
The
Nah,
thing is, they be wearing crazy shit, but I never be analyzing the fit. It's always like in a music video or they move in,
Bro,
and I'm just like, this looks weird.
It looks
I'm
like
never like looking at it like.
it literally looks like the boot that SpongeBob wore when his boots were squeaky.
you literally the squeaky boot. They're actually. I said Mickey Mouse. They're 100%
That boot.
SpongeBob. Definitely bikini bottom. Bikini bottom ones.
The bikini bottom Balenci's.
But yeah, them shits is bugging.
Bro, I
Them
hate
shits is
them
horrible,
shits,
bro.
I hate them shits.
Yeah, bro. I'm not a fan of any like males wearing lace like thin.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to do like the Jeff Hardy, but like understand
definitely Hardy
like,
Bros.
Rockstar.
Yeah,
emo
I'm not jacking that, bro. Like
rude boy.
it is what it is, bro. You in the mesh joint. You would have got cooked in high school for wearing that.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
you looking like you misunderstood, but everybody understands what's going on.
Yeah, niggas wearing sheer.
Come on, bro.
Like,
There's mad clothing options, and you're gonna wear some shit that has like bare like linen on it. It doesn't have any.
you can't even layer with that
But
shit.
like, what are we doing, bro? What are we
You
doing?
can't even
bro?
layer with it. You can't wear that on top of
Had
anything
Cardi
or under
looking
anything.
crazy, bro. Had Cardi looking crazy, like
Cardi was
with the bodysuit, and I know that wasn't like his like no thong or nothing, but like if it's giving you a thong illusion, like pause.
Yeah, don't need
You
it.
feel me? Like we don't need no illusions of that whatsoever, bro.
What's next? What's next that y'all working on? I want to hear you say something from behind the camera. Like what y'all got working on? What's something that y'all want to work on? That's like, how about this? Like I don't want y'all to like tell me exactly what y'all dropping next. I want y'all to be able to do that on your own. But like, tell me something that y'all want to do that like y'all haven't even started formulating, like something down the line, like. Even if it's not clothing, like, have y'all ever like considered? I know I'm like changing, manipulating the question. Have y'all considered like home decor? Yeah. Like Kind Stranger home decor? Like maybe I could put like a.
Well, I'm just gonna let you know, like Kind Strangers is open to like there's so many like kind multiple
Umbrellas.
Yeah. Like I already have like a few. But one that we're working on that is so to the side. It's gonna be secret.
Yeah.
Secret.
Literally.
Is Kind Cafe.
Mm.
Because we're in New York City. So everybody's, with the coffees and stuff, and we've been doing a lot of like baking.
We fake have a menu.
Literally, it's on our we have a little whiteboard in the kitchen, and low-key been like adding items, and we're like, we've been like cooking home a lot.
Okay.
And we you make cookies and stuff, like the little quick cookies, but now we're like making them like from scratch.
Whoa.
So we've been doing like banana breads and things like that too, like on the baking side. And some of the foods that like we've cooked with you guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, things that would be sustainable in a restaurant, or like cafe feel,
Okay.
like cafe lounge feel.
Y'all got the KitchenAid mixer? Y'all got something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, nah.
What word was he trying to say?
That's how you gotta make like a lot of those desserts. Yeah, you
it's
gotta
called
really mix them things.
KitchenAid is the name of the.
KitchenAid. Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I did not know Dave said KitchenAid.
Yeah,
Bro. I thought he was saying some next level
KitchenAid.
like
some next level machinery.
I
I was like, oh, he definitely said a word wrong. I was like, reaping KitchenAid. Nigga, what?
What the heck?
What was he?
Spoke French? Was that
Nah,
French?
this is KitchenAid. That's what
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
that is
That's what's
crazy.
up.
I did not know Dave
Yo,
said
okay.
that, bro.
Chopsticks.
So the cafe. So I see, I see
Dave,
the
I'm trying to tell
inspiration
you,
in
gang.
things,
Give me the work of the day,
like
I got you.
there's inspiration in everything. I always love seeing it because it's like something like that, like is like very kitty. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm,
it's not dessert.
mhm,
It's cafe, and it's like your
mhm.
own, and that's what like I feel like inspiration is so cool because like this is y'all own style, and I know it's gonna have its own like fucking design and
Mhm.
all sorts of crazy shit, but. That's super dope. That's super dope that you guys are even thinking about something like that in the future. Well, you guys will do like a little pop up.
what do you mean?
Like, where you guys like serve some shit like this? Like, what would y'all do?
Oh,
Are you talking about like the menu
Yeah.
items
or maybe you guys would just have it just for people to make on their own type of thing, like
No, like we're gonna have like a legit
like a shop?
like
a shop. Yeah,
Mhm.
somebody whipping that bitch up. You guys have your own
Mhm.
recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like everything we do is us. Like we are partners. So like he's like head chef. So like he's gonna.
I know how that boy elbow get
Come
down,
on,
boy.
man.
Put that boy elbow in the sling.
Yeah.
Put that boy elbow in the Hall of Fame. Come on.
Come on, we all NBA, with it.
You know what I mean? Just somewhere where you can get like, how like you go to World's Famous, you can either like sit over there, you get pick up something that's like that. You're going home and you pick something up.
That'd be so dope going to New York, and then I can go and get like go and get one of y'all's little, you know what I'm saying, anything that y'all have on the
Pull up,
menu.
get you an ensemble.
Wait, also, you know what I mean, pull up in my clothes already, right? And it's in New York, bitch. We burn this whole motherfucker up, bitch. Hot boxing that hoe.
It's funny that you said that because
That boy P got vision.
It's more of a lounge than
That boy-
like a.
That boy got vision. You
So
know.
instead of the hookah, bitch, we blowing tree.
you're gonna be smoking with the chef.
Oh,
So
Dang.
yeah, so
that nigga gonna have some on the menu.
yeah, so
Compliments to the chef.
Yeah, it would basically like the way that we visualized it would be like it would be personal. To where like we'd have like a certain menu item that's like a chef special, and then um it's kind of like being a part of a club at that point where you would get like invitation for X amount of people, people that are frequent with us, and then we'd have like a chef's hour where like I'm gonna make something and you're not necessarily ordering it. You're just it's kind of like when your mom's cooking. Like you're not gonna order what she's cooking, you're gonna eat because you know everything she makes is good. So you're coming for like the ambiance of a setting that's intimate, and that way you could feel part of like a community in a different way.
That is fire.
But we also are doubling as a clothing line.
Yeah.
And a lot more. Kind care is another thing that another umbrella, I guess, to add to it. Just having like skin wellness products, oils, lotions,
Essentials,
essential
so-
stuff like that, kind care. And like you said, there's a lot of inspo behind things, but it's also like what's like relevant to us. My partner, my lady, the CEO, has many interests, but she's also like very talented in to the fact that she can teach herself how to pretty much do anything. And then like you know me, I'm just very like you give me an idea and you think it's this small, and I just start trying to like swell it as much as possible, and feed it. So that's how we work. And yeah, no, like we have like some really like left field dreams for like people that are having a clothing line right now, but it to us it's gonna be a brand.
I think that's fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah. And you guys know about the other side of the industry that I was telling you about as well with the DR stuff.
Yeah, for
So
sure, for sure.
yeah, bro.
And the last thing on that shit, y'all should have your own fucking strand.
Yeah, that
The
would,
fucking
I mean,
plan.
that would be fucking
KS
great.
Kush.
Kind Kush,
Kind
yeah.
Kush. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
That's gangster.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I see Miss Tokes in the lab with the goggles.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
What we gonna pick up this time?
you guys need this one needs more sun.
Yeah.
This one needs more sun.
She's like,
This one not dry
Gosh.
enough. Too moist.
Yeah.
Dry this one up.
Ooh, piney.
Yeah.
That's
I like that. Let's mix that with that one over there and see how that does.
spongy. It smells like cheese. I like it.
Dude, that's like when like all this stuff is like running. You got multiple umbrellas and outlets that happen, and you're just like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna start growing, and we're gonna have a good time with it, and then put out the line, and then now you're another one
vibing.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So, I did want to touch on this as we go ahead and close this soiree.
The best is squirrely.
Yo.
It's like final game. This is the final challenge.
Nah,
Final boss.
Yeah.
because you know this Dave guy right here, you know, Future and Metro dropping.
Oof, I just saw that recently, man.
Future and Metro dropping 2 albums.
Oh, word?
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Well, we don't need anything else the rest of the year.
Pack it
That's
up.
it. Yeah, bro.
What else?
Pack
What
it
else do we
up.
really need?
Saw that earlier this week. I was like, oh,
Whoa.
Future and Metro got,
Yeah.
and they're like a week apart.
Yeah.
Might be what
I think it's like
was
2 weeks.
Metro was a part of Future and Hendrix. Was that Metro? Who did that?
Hendrix,
I don't
I
think so.
don't know.
The double album? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I don't think so.
Who is the double album?
Metro was Monster.
Okay.
And part
Monster.
of This Is Nice. Or
Yeah.
was it
No,
Purple Rain?
yeah, that was Esco. and
Yeah,
Bluebeam.
Esco.
Yeah,
On
Esco was
56
on.
Nights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Esco
Esco.
was there.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, with Future and Metro.
But you definitely got
I mean,
Metro
honestly-
on DS2, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, yeah. Because either way, man, anything.
And you
Metro,
have
Future on
Metro on the Drake and Future shit
What a
too.
Time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
live.
definitely
Definitely has some bangers on there too. So
Metro Future just makes sense.
it just makes sense. I mean, you eat beans and rice, so back me up.
Give me that. Give
Back
me
me up.
Cardi.
Back me up.
And we're
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Everyone
what
else.
is
I
Cardi,
mean
though?
that. I mean,
Yeah, he on his bullshit. He on bullshit.
oh my God, he said 2024. Like it's March.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No, that's a fact. And he came out strong when 2024 happened. Like it was, he was dropping those songs one
Yeah,
after another, and then
7-8 tracks.
he did
They
like
went 5-5.
he did those, and that was it.
That's it.
Crazy. How y'all feel about Yachty's run,
You know I'm fucking with it. I need another tape.
bro?
I'm here. All the leaks that I be hearing from
I'm not too
Yeah, I'm not
fond
too
of the
jacked.
man, let me tell you, man, the leaks that I've been hearing from Yachty, hey man, he's one of them people that you got to give the respect because he's sounding different every
So what
album
is it?
that
The
come out.
cadence? Is it the cadence?
It's
for
the
you?
nasal. I know it's the nasally
It's
sound.
part cadence,
I knew it.
but also it's definitely a lot of cadence.
It's 80%
'Cause
cadence.
I feel like his cadence and kind of like how he delivers it on some songs, like how he be packaging some shit. Sometimes I just be like, yeah, you didn't.
You
I
feel
know
like he
you have this. I
misusing
know
the
you have
beat.
the ability. It's just like, why are you not using it? Probably.
So I mean, that's like a long way to say mid, bro. Damn. Yeah, that's like a
Yeah,
really
there was that one song he just came out with. I can't even remember the name, bro, but it was sounding like hella techno-y. Like,
Because he's been tapping in with that
Yeah.
world. Like, that's like a really big market. Like, them little rave kids, like,
Yeah.
all them beats. Because you got to think, like, bro, nowadays it's like hard to stay relevant in music. Like, if you're not like Drake. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to stay relevant, you got to make like some Instagram reel and TikTok songs, like, at least a sound where they can,
yeah,
you know,
associate with it.
do some.
Do like the crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Do some dance shit or something to it. But
Yeah.
like it'd be them rave beats that really be doing numbers and shit. And I seen him DJing and shit. So all I'm saying is that I see him tapping into all the little different markets, and I promise you, bro, he's gonna be
Yeah.
one of them people long term. You're gonna be like, damn, he's had like a really good
So
career.
he's still here.
Nah, absolutely. And I
Haven't
saw
been
him
bad.
live in Central Park.
Yeah.
And it was a great performance. That was like now the third time I watched him. And we gotta also put respect on like who's going out there and supporting the man, you feel me? So it's only right that he caters to his demographic, you know, to a certain extent. And I'll let you apply that to who it is, the demographic.
We know.
You feel me? So which is nothing wrong with that at all. But like you gonna get right. If the Latinos is jacking it, you feel me?
But
Then
saying, all right,
Spanish songs.
you
so
can
I
do a
feel
Spanish song.
so. You know
feel
what it
me?
is?
Like Drake did a Spanish song.
I
He
think
did it for the spicy Latinos. That's you know what I'm saying?
I think there's something in Yachty. I think like he has some of that like Wiz Khalifa in him, and what I mean by that is
Yeah,
like,
please elaborate.
yeah, it's like
Cause
Wiz Khalifa wasn't really fucking with, or like the black community wasn't really behind Wiz the whole time.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was never
Especially
the
being
black
from
community.
Pittsburgh, bro.
Like it was just kids that was young and smoking weed,
Yeah,
or
smack.
and a lot of it was white kids or just kids that was
Yeah.
just free. Like
Yeah.
them white kids be like not like don't giving a fuck about shit. Like
Facts.
he was really
Mhm.
towards that crowd, and I feel like Yachty kind of goes in that same where it's like black people really ain't the ones supporting him, but got the most to say about him.
Right. And it's sad. It's sad that, you know, things are that way.
Because we're seeing a lot of
It's
people
not
like
fair.
switch up their career. Like the dude Comethazine,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
the song that
Yeah.
Jerry fuck with.
Yeah.
He's doing
Yeah.
a whole rebrand.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's going from like a gangster sort of drill, sort of
Mhm.
whatever vibe he was like
Yeah.
to like Yachty, like alternative.
Hey.
That same
And-
thing with Haji Beats too. Haji Beats is on like alternative. He
And I-
changed his name to he's changed his name to Jerry.
Yeah, see, and that's crazy. And
Literally, his name is just Jerry.
them niggas the same nigga.
That's crazy. But I mean, like, I could respect it, bro. Like, I think that it's important to also like be free as an artist and try different things and not let things get stale, you know, and take risks. We gotta talk about the fact that, you know, he survived a 360, bro. Like he survived someone else being responsible for his image and everything. And, you know, in my opinion, they did well because look at where he gets to be now. And he's putting us on a dope artist. And I like Yachty because it just feels genuine. Like you're saying, like it doesn't feel like he's trying to be anybody else or like
Yeah.
he's really understanding what he contributes and like working that angle. You feel me? And I respect
I've always
it.
liked the idea
You'll be
of
faking it.
artists being able to like make one genre of music and then being able to do another genre
Mhm.
without getting the same type of like backlash. But it's hard to when you make an album and you have like a certain audience of fans and then you switch it up and then they don't like what you're
Right.
doing. But like
Mhm.
the idea of that is super dope, and I like anybody who even tries. So that's why I even gave Kid Cudi his respect back then when he tried to do the rock album and stuff. Like even though it wasn't good, like I still fucked with that. The idea, like this is what you wanted to try to do, like get it out, like and it's just
Absolutely.
dope.
You can tell if they're like forcing it or not. Like if it's a genuine, I want to try this outlet, or it's a man,
Mhm.
sales are impacted. We need to do this outlet.
Yeah.
Like there's
Right.
two different sides to it, and usually if it's a need, it's probably not
It's gonna
going to
be
come
bad.
out good.
Yeah.
You know, more so as of wanting to do it.
Bro, Yachty marketed himself for like not being like a drug influenced person, and then when he did like come out to the public about doing drugs, he made psychedelic sounds as a result of it. I think that's very personal, and like I can respect that as someone who consumes and is like, oh wow, like one of my favorite artists is Kanye, and y'all know this, but the main reason is because you could look at his entire discography and understand where he was in that moment.
Yeah.
And that, like, if you could do that through art, like, that's amazing, bro. Like, in my opinion, like, that's what I'm in it
Something
for.
you can connect with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can
be-
reject your personal
Yeah.
without being 100% personal, but give people an idea of like what
Mhm.
you're feeling and
A
going
glimpse
through.
into your world.
Yeah, for sure.
So how did you feel about the
Oh, oh my
close on
God.
that?
Go,
Because I know
Dave, you go
I
first,
know
bro.
niggas had some words.
Dave, you go first.
Honestly,
bro.
I went, did a quick rundown. I can't even tell you most of the names on the album just because it wasn't like something that stuck with me. But, you know, I listened to the couple songs like Carnival. I think that's a cool vibe. I mean, they not really saying much, but like just the production behind it was pretty cool.
Cardi gave one of his hardest verses.
It was
Carnival.
so at
Came on
first
that bit. Great.
So at first I felt kind of weird because like, and you'll hear in some of the
Yeah, that'd
songs
be
that
nice.
he doubles back and uses beats from his older songs. Like I think Hell of a Life that was in Carnival. And at first I wasn't really digging it because it's almost like you're not really being, you know, new with it. But I feel like at a space where you're Kanye West, like I think it's almost actually the opposite. I think it's kind of cool that he can go back and use his own beats. Like people don't have that luxury of being like, yeah, that was my beat that I made on a fire song. And I incorporated it very slightly into this one, but you know exactly what song and where it came from off of just a snippet of it, of my stuff. Like that's fire, bro. Like you being able to use your own stuff is like
100%.
Sampling
that's
your own
pretty
shit.
cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and people don't do that. That's almost like
I'm sure
untapped territory. You know, we all sample other old artists, or not. We obviously, I'm not doing songs, but you know what I'm saying.
Current.
They use older songs that people latched onto from different artists from back in the day. As for he kind of just took his own stuff that people latched on from years ago. Like, I mean, Kanye, he might not put the greatest stuff here and there, but we're still talking about Kanye. And when did Kanye first
He's
drop?
always going to be something to talk
You know
about.
what I'm saying? And whether it's you're going to find something decent in whatever he got. You don't go through every. I don't know if can you at least find one song that you think it's decent.
I definitely hear you. It's just like Braun, man. When you set like a standard for yourself, we're only right as listeners to hold you to that standard.
No, for sure.
And it just felt like very like thrown together. There's no sense of like cohesiveness. It's like, let's just get a playlist of a bunch of things I've been doing in the studio and like try to make it sound like an album. Now, I think Problematic is one of his better songs in the last few years. I really enjoy that song.
Yeah, definitely a good song.
But yeah, of course, you know, I was fucking with Carnival. Especially like building up to this potential Cardi album, but that was more about Cardi than Kanye. But I just think like when you go through some of the extremely unique scenarios that he's experienced that no one can relate to, and you don't speak on it in the way that you usually do for an album, just draws like a lot of red flags. And it's just like I was saying, every album gives you a glimpse of where he was in his life. This is not like it just doesn't align well with like the trajectory he was going for.
Yeah.
Like with Donda 1 and 2 and stuff, like or even Ye before that, Kids See Ghosts, like
JIK.
you know, Jesus is King. Like we're talking about like a power pack of projects to where like you could listen to it and be like, all right, I hear what you was doing with it, even regardless of your take on it. Like I could see like where
The
the
idea.
vision and the idea is. It's just this just feels like bashful. As a fan, I'm just kind of
No, it definitely
disappointed.
doesn't have like most of his albums have like a story to it, like you're saying or something. And it definitely just a bunch of songs put together. Ty Dolla $ign doesn't do bad though. He
And
doesn't do bad
bro,
at it
and
at
I
all.
think that's just all like that adds to it because it's such a waste of a very talented individual.
Man, Ty Dolla $ign is wildly talented.
Yeah, like
Yeah, bro. Like he did his
he
job,
gets
but
on a
like
feature. It's
what is going
crazy.
on though? Like you're doing all this, but
I don't know
you're
what
getting
they're
nothing
doing.
out
Like,
of it.
because I feel like I've heard some other snippets that weren't on any of this, and I'm like, this sounds way better than some of the stuff that was on this album.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel
What is
like
going
Ye is
on?
the best marketer of all time. Like he markets everything.
Absolutely.
Like he hyped it up like this is about to be some shit, and then it was just trash. And he also threw out everything on the Yeezy site was $20.
Bro, that nigga sold a sock with 2 pads on the bottom.
Yep.
$20.
Yep, and I bought that shit.
Bro,
Hey, they come in. I was thinking about that as he was talking. We've been talking about the Yeezy stuff.
that's
I'm like,
crazy,
damn, where my
bro.
pods
Like,
at, bruh?
facts, bro.
I'm not gonna wear them outside, but I'm gonna
What's
just wear them in
going
the
on?
crib.
And
Like,
then,
imagine just
like,
walking up in Publix and I'm just in some socks.
It's just like what's going on for real.
Like, bruh, he's lost his fucking mind.
Bro, you got a whole lawsuit against one of like the biggest shoe wear companies in the world
ever. Like ever.
and like one of the oldest shoe companies at that. You know, JP Morgan and Chase stripped your hundreds of millions of dollars, like where you couldn't access your funds. You went through a like you're going through a like separation with one of the most polarizing figures in the culture.
Yeah, probably right after like
We're just gonna act like none of that happened.
Yeah,
nigga got no teeth.
Yeah, he had
And then-
none of that.
Literally
in
got
what he was
titanium
saying
in his
in like the
mouth.
whole album.
Bro, like
you would
what
think
are
you
we
would hear something.
come on, son? Like the whole Skeety debacle, like
The what?
the Skeety, the Pete Davidson
Davidson.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that was a saga, bro. Like,
Nah, that was a
publicly,
saga.
Like
Like it's Dragon Ball Z.
him spamming
That nigga was posted the fucking text threads.
We didn't get one.
I want my wife back. Like
We didn't get one bar about the IG battles or nothing.
Nothing.
Like, so
Yeah.
that's what makes me feel like just weirded out about the whole thing. Don't fall out the sky, you know, like, come on, son,
like what the
about
fuck?
it. Come on, son.
And the song before that is your daughter rapping on the track. Like, how you have your daughter and then 30 seconds later,
Come
some other
on.
beautiful butt naked? That don't even make sense. Right?
Sky, you know.
And then the album before that, you didn't even cuss.
Yeah.
Who are you, Kanye?
Those are you saying. You said that
I
you were like,
look
this is
around
drama.
and there's so many Kanye. You know, I was on the. I think he was.
You think he's
Clone.
clone?
Some type of
You
tampering.
think he's a
Even
reptile?
If he wasn't cloned, then there's maybe some sort of like they take people in the room. They could brainwash whoever the fuck they want to.
So you think-
They won't tell us that, but
You think Kanye
you
is?
can call me a conspiracy artist.
I think Kanye ain't.
You don't think he's brainwashed?
Nah.
You just think he's going through like a midlife? Because this is not normal, kid. Like, I don't know.
think he's just
Finished?
dead set on being known as a genius and knows what comes with being a genius. That's what he wants to
I
believe.
guess-
You know,
I
when
guess-
geniuses go crazy, every genius goes crazy. And he's been calling himself a genius. He wants to just do weird shit and be like, I'm a genius. That's what geniuses do. You know how old people
Yeah.
will just like, fuck you. And they be like, I can say that I'm old.
So you're
Like,
saying he just kind of off the
he's
deep end now.
He's on the arrogant.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I really don't know.
That's what I'm saying though too. Like she's making a valid point. Yeah.
He was a genius to make
Hey.
an album that got no cursing and it's still fire.
Hey,
But why
he had
is
a
not
sermon.
This woman he has, I put air quotes.
But
This
he-
woman he got. Now look how it's all scandalous again. He just left that, and he had people wearing
It's
oversized
immediate
drapes.
though.
Yeah.
What makes it weird is like
Opposite.
immediate.
Yeah.
Like there's
Sexual.
it's like immediate.
Because he really
bro.
wanted to be like a cult leader, I think.
It was supposed to not be cult. Leaders supposed to be. Why is it gotta be cult? We trying to push people in a positive way to love each other. We all one people. It doesn't matter what you look like. What
Yeah.
you are.
I just
We
think
all
it's
the
weird.
same.
Oh, I get it.
Talking about the past, we gotta keep going forward.
But everybody know Kanye Ben love like big titty white bitches.
No, and I mean he did speak.
Especially with his kids. He talks about
Yeah.
once you have a daughter, then you don't talk about what he's saying.
So what do you think the
Yeah.
difference between Kanye making Donda and Kanye now?
What you said? What's the
What
difference?
do you think what the difference is between Kanye making Donda and Kanye making this?
His whole message.
Well, I know I get it, but like what about what changed in his life?
They took him. He started talking about
Who's
what
they?
he was talking about.
Who you
So
think
the
they
thing,
is?
the thing is that like he was making like a lot of public statements and sharing information that he prefaced people would not be happy with him sharing. He disappeared for a while, and like whatever he came back with, that we have to assume that he was working on things quietly, because that's what we always do as fans of his work. We have like this mastermind picture that we keep giving him every time. um and it doesn't help that like it's worked in some instances, but it's just very contradictory in a time where it was almost like he was Robin Hood, and like he came back as Captain Hook, and you're like, weren't you just Robin Hood? Like, what are you like
Yeah.
what are you trying to do right now? And like certain things in his life are still a constant. He's still a dad, he's still a very influential figure. And using your platform and like just not having any sort of direction. I just need some direction, like
Yeah.
from him.
Facts.
Like, what is it that you're trying to do? Because if you're like you try to run for presidency, right? He legitimately tried to run for presidency, went through like openly went through like a bipolar thing, then had like a revelation where he was false diagnosed, but in the process talked us through his music about his mental battles and like his instabilities and insecurities. And then there was this tribute that came through with like you gaining yourself back, where you gave this tribute to your mom. And as you were like gaining your traction and success with that, you started to like, all right, like I'm back. People are listening to Ye again. Let me enlighten the people. And then he disappeared as he was talking about things that he shouldn't have been saying.
Talking about big companies.
Like talking about huge companies.
And just
So
the comments that he was saying was like pissing off a lot.
it was pissing off people, and people of power that can hurt you if they want to. And they showed how they could hurt him based on what he said, which is, bro, we have to understand like the power of that.
Yeah.
He did not hurt anyone. There are mass murderers out there that accounts never get touched.
Yeah.
He didn't even say like, I'm gonna go and chop every Jew head off.
He didn't say anything violent.
Yeah.
It wasn't violent.
No, there was nothing.
And
there
it was like a
nothing violent.
figure, like a figure of speech into like, just to back like his anger and how serious he was about how he was being treated. And, the fact that he does it publicly and he has a name, these people felt the need to freeze his funds is crazy. There's people who literally rig like crypto. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To make millions of dollars. And you know how long it takes for their like assets to be seized?
It's crazy.
Bro, like,
Yeah, no, when you talk about it like that, that's
definitely some
let's
situation
talk
going
about
on.
it in black and white, bro. Like, you gotta really look at it and be like, okay, nah, they did something to that nigga. I don't know as far as cloning, nothing like that, but
Tamperage.
there's some influence that's just off, bro.
When he markets his Yeezy stuff, he never marketed the way he's marketing it this way. he's like advertising so much with like the $20, like, oh, this is what I'm giving you guys. Like when he drops his stuff, it was never like an house like this. And then like just because he says things in a certain way that maybe you might not understand, it's like you're gonna really change everything he's getting. You're gonna change everything.
Maybe I'm biased because I'm on it, but this is some good shit. Sub right now. Damn it. Sorry to cut you off, but sub right now, because come on now, who else handling it like this,
Drop a
man?
like in the
Come on.
comment. I said drop a like in the comment section. Drop a like and comment in the comment section.
Yes, sir. It's your
But-
boy Cozy, man.
Yeah, man.
Happy to
Hey,
be here
man.
with y'all boys,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yes, sir.
I think
Fucking
we've had
amazing,
some like
man.
pretty intellectual conversations
Every time.
without the backy.
Crazy. Without the
every time.
backy.
But yeah, man,
Yeah.
had to go ahead and have the guys on the pride because
Appreciate you.
why the
Appreciate you.
freak
Yeah,
not?
this is
Why
Trench
not?
Talk Hall of Fame right here.
Yeah,
Like
thank
this
you
was
for
the
having me,
this was
man.
the
Hey,
original
Front of the
logo. Like
Absolutely.
on the screen, like literally the
Oh,
four of
yeah,
us
definitely.
was the
Shit.
logo.
I know,
So
man.
trendy, you know what I'm saying? KS,
Yes, sir.
nigga,
Dave's
even
pickups.
Dave's
On Dave.
pickups. Nigga, I was about to say like all the endeavors that might have taken place on this.
Yeah,
I'm like
bro,
trying to think of
crazy.
like anything else, but
Nah, man.
yeah.
I mean, like, can I ask y'all something? How do y'all boys feel about like, you know, being on this journey and where you are now, like with the content creation, with the pod, like we generated a network to where we have like shows. Like,
Essentially.
Yeah.
how do you guys
Mobile
feel about where
shows.
Yeah,
you
bro.
are?
And you know what's crazy? I just looked it up too. This is pretty much, yeah, we've gone to the second year. It was February where we had started it back in 2022 as far as the pod. And yeah, we're at 2 years now. So I think just doing something that is, like you said, therapeutic, you know, when it comes to reading, this is like therapeutic for me when I get to create, you know. So doing something that, you know, I create the output of how people are going to receive it is therapeutic for me. So being able to do this is a blessing for me, you know, because other people don't have the ability to do it. They wish they
Absolutely.
do. So me being able, I take advantage and I'm grateful for it every single time. So I freaking love being able to create and especially creating with my niggas.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Sir.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I agree.
It-
Same shit.
Well,
I mean, honestly, I don't even feel like we even like in like we not even like nowhere near like the place that we want to be in yet. So
Mhm.
like honestly, I always be looking at shit like when I be watching like Joe Rogan and shit, like you watch shit and it be saying like 14 years ago.
Yeah.
And that bitch be like hella pixelated. And like that just goes to show you how long motherfuckers be doing shit. And I'm not saying like I'm trying to make
Absolutely.
this like a 20-year thing to like for us to like make it happen, but I'm just saying like it takes a long time for you to get to the place that you want to get.
Right.
So 2 years is nothing. Like it's more about the 5 to 10 year.
Yeah.
Right.
And so this is just cool. It's like honestly like really dope. Like being able to see ourselves on like a mobile phone, like
Yeah.
as like a channel.
yeah.
Like, I think
Yeah.
it's like pretty cool. Like you swipe and you might hear one of our something from the channel. Like if you're just on Reels, like I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. And you take it for granted until you talk to people that aren't in the space. And like just I've done a good amount of bragging about you guys and what we've accomplished. Uh to where people they find it hard to believe, you know. And when you pull it up, like I've pulled it up at work and stuff, and like people are watching us on TV that don't know your last name, and you know they're reacting to the things that you're talking about or that we've, you know, put together. Just free flowingly, like nothing we've ever put out was like overthought and like
No, for sure.
extremely like we just kind of like someone had an idea. We just coordinating, getting everyone together was the struggle. Once the camera was on, it was super like free flowing and genuine, and we made something that entertained people. But yeah, it's like it's cool to go back and just see certain things like the cacti commercial and stuff like
Motherfuckers,
that.
the fucking drunk spelling
The
bee,
drunk
man.
spelling
Oh
bee,
man, that was
like
terrible for me.
just little things like you know what I'm saying
Terrible for
that
me.
aren't so little. You feel me? And yeah, this is I'm grateful to be a part of like something like this, you know, and it's something that we could carry with us. And at the same time, like niggas ain't done yet. You feel me? This is just the writing. You know, we're just writing the story still right now. And what I can say is that there's really not like an end goal with anything.
Yeah.
This is the end goal right here. Being
That's
able
the
to like,
process.
get here, fly in, chop it up, and then give to people. That's power. And I'm grateful for y'all boys, man.
Love you, Nate.
Yes,
Love you,
sir.
boy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, dirty ass,
That's
boy.
crazy,
Man,
brother.
Prince talk, man.
Yes,
French
sir.
talk, yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah, we're
sir.
gonna go ahead and close it out. Definitely do appreciate y'all boys, man.
Thank you for having me. Indub, man. We here, man.
Yeah.
Indub is
Uh,
Indubitably.
Yeah.
And that's a fact.
yes,
Dirty ass
sir.
digital.
And
But yeah, episode 4,
Season 4.
season 4, 4 for 4.
Ooh.
And
man, what's today? I mean, it's 2024, so we'll take it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah,
full.
man.
God
We
damn
out.
it. We out of here.
Hey.